We're a very small organization, but we have a very large footprint. We affect a lot of different people, and we enact a lot of change in communities that we don't even exist in yet.
Growing Veterans is a place where people can show up and be themselves and express themselves in their own way.
Growing Veterans serves everyone.
The farm is this awesome opportunity for us to create something special and give back to our community.
People are building new relationships, new safety nets socially, breaking that isolation.
This farm helps so many people.
Community here goes from here all the way out. It doesn't seem to stop.
In my own healing process from coming home from war, I discovered working with plants was a very therapeutic thing. And I was going to school at the time for a human services degree and kind of putting all of my coursework into understanding the issues that the veteran population faces after the military and, trying to think of creative solutions. I had the expectation, you get vets together out on a farm, it's outdoors, it's a therapeutic setting, good things are going to happen.
So at Growing Veterans, we grow food, community, and each other. We grow food directly through our 2 different farm locations here at Linden and down in Green Bank. We grow community through our community partnerships, our volunteer program, outreach efforts, and we grow each other through our peer support training program.
Early on, I noticed there were some challenges with, call it military culture. I mean, some folks would probably call it masculine culture, just struggling with sharing and holding a healing space. So we decided to address that by developing the peer support training.
Our peer support training is an accredited, research-backed, peer-reviewed program that is this really amazing experience where you are taught the skills of a peer supporter, which are active listening, empathy, and curiosity.
Peer support training is really good for anybody. It doesn't matter if you are a veteran, if you are somebody who works with veterans, or if you're just somebody who works in an organization where you want to be a better person. Peer support training is good for anybody.
Growing Veterans has been so positive in my life. I'm able to share my experiences in a space where other people understand and can be there for me on a level that I haven't had since I was in active duty service deployed to Iraq.
I opened up for the very first time in so many years after being in the military in Vietnam, and it opened my eyes to the fact that I need to talk about my experiences and not keep it in.
Dirt therapy as a term, as a philosophy, as something that can be shared. These developments in how we look at mental health and mental health treatment outside of the medical world. And dirt therapy being one of those things where people are getting treatment through alternative means and giving back at the same time.
To put a dry, crusty seed in the ground and then months later have delicious food that nourishes people feels like such a hopeful endeavor.
When you're doing that with other people, it's like it just amplifies it, because now you're building and creating life and sharing that experience with others.
Everyone coming together in one place and willing to put aside any personal judgments or prejudice and work towards a common goal and a shared purpose.
People come for all different reasons, but when they find the support that they're looking for, that has huge implications in a person's life.
I come here I feel a part of something that's far larger than me, and something that's going to exist a lot longer than a 74-year-old is going to exist. And so I look at this place and I just feel comfortable.
I was pretty closed up like a clam for most of my life after my service in Vietnam. When I came here and started working with growing veterans, I found my purpose. My purpose was that my service was not in vain. I'm forever grateful to growing veterans.
It's a freeing experience. There's no pressure on you, there's no expectations. It's just you and the plants and the environment. Nobody's out there telling you you have to do anything. It's just you and the plants and freedom.
When people hear veteran organization, they automatically just kind of akin that to it's a veterans club, which is far from the case at Growing Veterans. This isn't a veterans club. Half of our staff isn't even veterans. The other half is. So we really do encompass that holistic view of community where it's not just for one specific genre of person. It's for everybody. It's everybody finds their own little place here and everybody fits in.
Something that we really take pride in is the fact that our farm is open to the public all the time. So if we are open, it is open to civilians, active duty, veterans, visitors, whoever you are, you can come here and come see it for yourself.
At first, when I considered volunteering with Growing Veterans, I was nervous that maybe as a civilian, I wouldn't be able to relate or to have anything to offer that was substantive. And if you're a civilian who's thinking that way, but are interested in the work we do, I would challenge you to come and spend a day on the farm. And you'll find that you do have a role to play here.
I mean, if we could bring more people out here, it would just really reinvigorate the core values of GV, which is growing food, growing community, and growing each other.
It doesn't really take much to make a big difference in an organization like ours.
I think if more people had what Growing Veterans does, we'd be much more successful in our families, in our relationships, in our communities, and in our work life.
I really do see the stars starting to align to get where society needs it to be, where it should be. This is not something that should only be accessible in northwestern Washington State. This is how things are supposed to be. This is when we feel at our best. This is when we feel like things are right in the world, when we're being productive, working with people, supporting each other.